Well, good morning. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Christmas. I've come in a little bit early. It's Christmas Day, 10 o'clock, just before. Just wanted to make sure that the sound is good, that you can see me okay, that you're comfortable, that you've got your cup of tea, and then we can just have a chat and hang out together a little bit. I hope that you're enjoying your Christmas already and that your turkey's in the oven. Ours is 8 o'clock this morning. In Kelly went, pat on the breast, and in she went. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, says Rob. Merry Christmas to you too. Now, come on in. Let's see who's here. And today, this is the shack, but it's not. It's just a bunch of friends who hang out all year, hanging out together, having a cup of tea. Grace is in the building with you, so she's there too. She's in the kitchen folding napkins at the moment. Yeah, she's doing some fancy tree folding thing. So I left her in the kitchen. Come on in, friends. Happy Christmas, and I hope that you're having a good one. I came down with a lurgy a couple of days ago, so I've had a couple of rough days, but that's okay. Hey, Deb. Nice to see you, and thank you for the lovely candle. I've been absolutely humbled by the number of beautiful gifts and cards, handmade cards. Very, very kind of you. And I do apologise that I've not been able to reciprocate. But it's been quite the year, to be honest. Jill Hobson, hello, darling. I hope that you are well. I just saw your name. Happy Christmas, Jill. And where's Claire? She must be somewhere in the world. Happy Christmas to Claire too. Jill, Marion, grüß dich aus Deutschland. Oh, isn't it lovely? Come on in. I can see Ken. Yeah, good. Shari Levy. Happy Christmas, Shari. Yeah, good to have your company. So it's been quite the year, hey? Is the sound okay? I turned it down a little bit. Claire is in Bali. Well, lucky Claire. And Jill is in Yorkshire. Lucky Jill. And what's the weather like where we are? What's the weather like there? In Bali, I reckon the sun is probably shining. Here it's very overcast and gloomy. Have you got loads of friends in and family? We've got a house full. We've got a house full. It's been a coming and a going for the last 10 days. Mark came in from the States and I had the best time with my son. He was such a delight. And so he's back in, he's gone back to California. And Grace is still here. And Dave's sister is also staying with us for a few days, which is wonderful. My mum and Steve and Sheila are coming over for Christmas dinner today, and Sheila's bringing the puddings. Come on in, it's great to have your company. And what did we do yesterday evening? Well, Christmas Eve, we stick to the German plan, and we had our sauerkraut and sausages and mashed potatoes with onion gravy. It's very lovely. And then we have our what we call Bescherung, which means we give out presents. But it was very modest yesterday because we really had kind of agreed that we all live in abundance and excess, and it's not necessary to keep giving each other and gifting each other. So we gave each other, we gifted each other activities almost, and little things, nice things under the tree. It was really lovely, although we don't have a tree this year because of the cat. Ragnar and Eric, great. Yeah, so all in all, it's been just a pleasant Christmas, no stress. You can't get stressed over this. I know we do, don't we? Yeah, and this has got to be done. I got up really early this morning and I thought I must make a ring around 10 o'clock because I'm going to hang out with my friends for half an hour. So I put my makeup on straight away, got out of the bathroom. That's me out there. And then sorted the turkey out. I've decided to go with the Kelly Bronze instructions. So we'll see. No foil. Okay. No foil. It is. I decided I'm going to just follow the recipe this year. So I'll let you know how that works out. Do you know, I've been making roast dinners and Christmas dinners for decades. Why is it every Christmas Day we get apprehensive as if we didn't know how to cook a turkey? Don't know. Come on in, friends. Yeah, so I'm looking at the comments. For me, what's important today is that I just open the door, get you all in. You all come in with your mulled wine and your cup of coffee and your mince pie, and you get to chat and say hello to each other. You know, we're together all year, every Monday, every Thursday. We hang out together on Tuesdays in the shack with Paul, you know, as well. And I just thought it'd be really cool. It would be remiss of me if I didn't say, come on, let's at least hang out for a little while together and wish each other a very, very Merry Christmas. Don't you agree? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Jean. Yeah. And I apologize for not being out. There's lots and lots of messages flying through here. So I appreciate that you've taken time out from your busy Christmas celebrations. I know that the English way is always chaos on Christmas morning, isn't it? Especially if you've got children or grandchildren around. And we don't have any juniors here, just us adults. But I also think that it's important that we get together. So everybody has a little bit of company. You know, we're lucky. We've got a house full of friends and family, but not everybody has that. And for some people, this is a really lonely time of year. It's the loneliest time of year, especially when you know that everybody else is hanging out with their family. And, you know, so if you are that person and you are feeling isolated, well, don't be lonely, you know. Get crafty, get arty. I wish I could get up here and do some art. I actually do. And I may slope off later on this evening and just for an hour, just do something arty. We've got these amazing new stamps that we're launching in January. And I want to have a play with them, you know. I want to have a play. Got this great idea and I can't see if it works. But I will. Yeah, so if you are on your own, and you're feeling sorry about that, or you miss someone like I do, you know, this too shall pass. It does, you know. It's only a day. I mean, you know, the supermarkets, what's going on? Are they never going to open again? I mean, you'd think that they're never going to open again. There was a run on the Brussels sprouts, you know. What's that all about? So I'm glad you've got all, yeah, I can see. Look, this is lovely, Tilly. This is lovely, Lillian. Tilly. Lily, that's what I wanted to say. I bet your name is Lily, isn't it? Do they call Lillian? Do they call you Lily or Lillian? Let me know. Yeah, it's lovely. It's nice to hang out together. And I want to thank you as well, because I mean, it's been a hell of a year, hasn't it? Let's face it. For clarity, I mean, it's been a hell of a year in the world. What is going on, friends? What is going on? It's like sitting on a time bomb somehow. And I think it's never been more important than now to, you know, it's almost like lockdown again. Let's get with our hands. Let's get making something, you know. It's really key. And it's good for the head. We've said this for years now, haven't we? Us shackers. Mo, there she is, Jackie Cooling, hello love. Yeah, you know, it's been hard for a long time, but it's always a lot harder. However hard you think it is for you or for me, it's laughable compared to what other people are going through. You know, and I do have to keep reminding myself of that. You know, yeah, of course it was crap that that Create and Craft went down in Oundle. It was absolute rubbish for hundreds of people, not just us, for hundreds of people. And the knock-on, the ripple effect of that in the crafting industry has been, you know, it's been extreme. It's been extreme. Yeah, of course it has. But You know, we haven't got Russians climbing over the back fence. We haven't got bombs being dropped on us. We're not being destroyed, you know. And we will get over it. This too shall pass. You know, things are different. I mean, at Clarity, we've been going like grease lightning. We've been going like the clappers, trying to keep afloat. And thank goodness for you. We would be absolutely Donald ducked if it weren't for you. Do you know that? Absolutely lost. It's all right. I'm a crier. That's what I do. I'm always the tears are just there. Don't know why. It's just the way I am. And you know what the weirdest thing was? So we went this year. Yeah, I mean, there have been some fabulous things as well. We went to Mark's wedding in California, and I did this speech. And all the time I was thinking, how am I going to get to a speech at my son's wedding, you know, in front of 200 people? I'm never going to do it without crying. And do you know what? The weirdest thing, the strangest thing, I did not shed a tear. It bubbled up a little tiny bit when I spoke about Dad. But other than that, I was just like, it was like a performance, I suppose, you know. And I didn't want to, I don't know how I managed it, but it was quite something. Gift from God. That's what I say. He must have thought, no, don't start in front of 200 people. Whatever you do, you'll never get through it. You've got 7 minutes, girl. You're being timed. Yeah, it is better letting it out. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so this year's been quite the year for us, you know, but we've got our health, you know, we have our niggles. None of us are getting any younger, but we're not ill. You know, we're not ill. We haven't had to go to hospital, you know, thank goodness. We did go, now why have I been in hospital recently? I don't think it was for me. I can't remember. My brain's a bit foggy as well. But there you go. That could have to do with working around the clock, you know. It will come to me in a minute. I can't remember why, but we were in hospital, but it wasn't to do with me. Grace, do you know? Ask Dave. I know I was there, but I can't remember why. We were at Pembury. Why were we at Pembury Hospital? It wasn't me. Was it Dave? Dave! It was Dave. He had a TIA. I know. He had another one. So that was a little bit very disconcerting, but it was a mild one and we got it under control. It was Dave a few weeks ago. Yes. See, Grace is so busy folding her napkin. She goes, what's the question? Funny kids. Yeah, no, Dave. I know. That I knew the minute he came in at work, I thought, oh, you don't look well. Yeah. That's why we were at Pembury Hospital. Didn't shout about it at the time because everything was going on. And I just thought, let's just deal with this, you know. So yeah, the Clarity Year of the Alphabet. I suddenly realized that I was very good friends with 25 letters of the alphabet. Yeah. And next year, we're going to roll into, as SHACers, we're going to carry on with the alphabet because we're not finished yet. We've just done Nuff for Nativity. We've still got loads of letters to go. But I also want to add something else. And so why don't I tell you now? I think you'll love it. And I probably already have. But next year, 2025, is the year of colour, the year of colouring in at Clarity. It's the Clarity Year of Colour. All things colour. Colouring, colouring in, colour, colorways, how to use colour, how to live with colour. Yeah, I just think it's time, you know. And it'll be really nice to overlap the alphabets with the colour too. So I'm working on that. I'm really enjoying that. I'm working on the plan for us. And other than that, I tell you what I did do, because I thought this would be really nice and I do it every year, so why wouldn't I do it this year? I brought in I just ran around the house and picked up all the cards that are all over the house, all the cards from your good selves that you've sent. And I thought it'd be really nice just to look at the beautiful handmade cards, and thank you for them. Hello, Hilda in Scotland. How are you? Rum, up she goes. Alison, nice to have your company too. Sarah Brennan, thank you for all your help, Sarah. And I hope that this Christmas is okay for you. It can't be easy, love. Lynn, all these friends, isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? I won't keep you long because I know you've got loads to do, but I really think it's important that you're able to chat among yourselves. And I will just do a little I'll do a little gallery for you, and we'll have a look and we'll chat, and I'll say thank you to my friends. Okay, so let's have a look. This is a really nice card. I thought we could really go through some of these cards. Let me come in a bit closer. There you go. Because this is really quite I can't wait for the year of colour, says Deborah. It's my favourite thing to do. I know. This is our first Christmas without Mum. I understand. Yeah. It's not easy. It's our second Christmas without Dad, and it's not right. Nothing's right anymore. This is a beautiful card, and this is from Lisa Gray, I think. Lisa and Richard Gray. There it is. Isn't that lovely? There you go. And I really like, she's used one of our lino cuts and the bow wallpapers. Isn't it nicely? Nice composition. I love that. And look, little felt, the tiniest, from our Felt by Clarity range. Lisa and Richard have used the tiniest little dies. They're nice. They deserve another outing. They haven't been around for a year. This is a nice one. I love this die as well. Janine Nichols, thank you very much, Janine. Be nice to, I never throw these away, I could go back years. I've got boxes of all your Christmas cards and the wedding cards. They're all under the bed upstairs. Boxes and boxes. I can't throw them away. They're keepers, I think that's the thing about card making. It's about the time that somebody puts into it while they're making the card for you, isn't it? Oh, I've just noticed that I'm going to run out of batteries in a minute. So let me just check. I've got a battery up here. This is a nice one. Sheila and Mike, Sheila Metzeler and Mike. Thank you very much for that lovely card. I've got batteries. It's okay. Let me just check the batteries. Sorry. It's been a bit hectic here. And then because I got unwell, I won't say ill, I got a cold, okay? But because I got ill, I lost a couple of days, all the best laid plans and that. I'm going to go quiet for a second. So let me show you a card while I go quiet, and I'll just check this out. Look at this beautiful groovy card. There we are. Okay. Sue Carpenter. Where would we be without Sue Carpenter? Thank you, Sue. I love this. Linda Williams, See Christmas. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I'm going to go quiet now while you enjoy that. Let me just sort this out. Right, we're back on track. Did that work all right? Good. Grace, could you just let me know that the volume's all right, friends? Love colouring. The rest of the family have... And then she stopped typing. They've obviously just arrived. You need rechargeable batteries, Barbara. Well, it's funny you should say that, Mo. they cost a bit. It's the system that we use, right? At Clarity, we do have rechargeable batteries, but it's about 300 quid for this pack. And so we said at the moment, we need to save. But yes, I would really like them. But then you think, there's nothing wrong with these, but you know, we are going to upgrade as soon as we can. Lillian. Lillian, I still haven't seen whether it's Lily or Lillian. Grace, pay attention. She's chatting to Barbara, my sister-in-law, in the kitchen, and she's not talking to me. I'm going to switch her off in a minute. She's too busy making napkins. Oh, Grace. Right, let's have a look at some artwork. Maybe Dave could go and give Grace a nudge. Now, let's have a look. And I'm going to keep looking now, whether it's Lil or Lillian or Lily. I want to know. Right, this is a nice one. I like this. She says, I am paying attention and everything is working. Sarah, Pat's daughter. Oh, Pat Hoskins' daughter. I'm going to give her a ring later. Or maybe tomorrow when I bet she's got a family house full. Pat Hosking. There you go, see? We went to her funeral in January. That's how long ago. That's how long ago. It was January, I think, or February. Yeah, nearly a year since Pat left us. It's Lillian. Thank you. And she says, I'm not folding napkins. Don't get all full of righteous indignation, missus. Yeah, Pat. Bless that lady. I think about her a lot. This is a nice one. Oh, this made me laugh this morning. So Grace was looking at the cards. And she said, that's a nice one. Who's that from? So I said, that's from Carol and Peter, Carol Pankstello. She says, I'm confused. And I said, why are you confused? And she said, because it's to Beth. I said, it says both, not Beth. That's my handwriting. Look, I'll show you up close. She said, now I can't unsee Beth. Look. With love to you, Beth. No. So that's Carol. Nice. I love these. These are all from the samplers, aren't they? Gracie says it's been a long week. Not only has it been a long week, but I've just, excuse me, Grace has got what I've got. She started looking a little bit worse for wear yesterday. And I thought maybe it's because she'd had her Christmas Eve. They go out, because we do the German thing, and we have real family, you know, lovely, quiet Christmas on the 24th. Grace and all her mates, they started this tradition where they would go out the night before Christmas Eve because they weren't allowed to go out on Christmas. Well, it's just a respect thing. They never went out. They never wanted to because they love it too. So, and the same when we were kids, Steve and I never, you know, we always stayed in until we got, then when Dad and Mum wanted to go out, we went with them, you know. But it's always Christmas Eve is quite a silent night, holy night. And so Gracie, she started this tradition where they have Christmas Eve. And she'd gone out with her mates the night before yesterday. So I wasn't sure whether they'd tied one on or whether she was genuinely coming down with something. Turns out she was genuinely coming down with something. Right, Merry Christmas. Love it. Aren't these gorgeous? Doodle dies, little wreath from Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. That's lovely. Debbie McMullen, I think. I know the writing. Here's one from Jilly. Nice. Love Jilly. Thank you, Jilly. Love it. Hippie Christmas. Oh, look. Now there's a shacker. Let's have a look. Hippie Christmas. We drew these girls together. Anne Hand. Dear Barbara, I've enjoyed another year in the shack, but realize you have had grave concerns for the future. Onwards and upwards, and well done for all you are achieving. Best wishes for Christmas and the new year, Anne Hand. Isn't that a lovely message? You know, the art of writing The art of writing, you know. I am so glad that I'm from a generation that still writes. Yeah, I really am. All this AI stuff gives me the heebie-jeebie. It really does. Why have I got a brain? Anyway, that's something completely different. This is nice as well. Love this. Look, ho, ho, ho. Are you enjoying this? What do you think? Jeanette Walker, thank you so much. Yeah. I'm glad you're renewing your membership. I really appreciate that. You know, I was saying earlier, it's so important. It's so important for Clarity because we don't really have a platform now apart from our own platform. And Clarity TV, our Facebook Live channel, is going really well. And the YouTube channel, it's really popular. And that's all thanks to you because it's only as good as the viewer, you know. And we're going to grow that and build that. And we think that it's got legs. We do. And we're working hard on it. And we're back on the, when am I? Sunday, the 5th of January. It's the first TV show back. 1st January of the year. 1st January of the year. First Sunday of the month. That's what I meant. And so on January the 5th, on the Sunday, 3 to 5, it'll be Paul and myself, and we're launching some really smashing stamps and a really cool idea from Dave. In fact, I've got to show, look, can you see this? What Dave made? I love him. Look at this. He made this for, I think this is brilliant. It's a print. Look, just spinning plates. Isn't that beautiful? I know. He's so clever. That's done with our old printing press. See, at the moment, what we're doing is we're moving, because we've always had 2 locations, and we're condensing. We have to, okay? But it's a hell of a job moving one factory into shoehorning one factory into another factory. No wonder he had a TIA. So fortunately, the landlord's given us another month's grace because he understood the situation. So we've got the whole of January. We were supposed to be out by the 31st, 30 days of September, April, June, 31st of December. Well, that would have been a Christmas to remember. Anyway, it doesn't bear thinking about. So we've got another month's grace to do the job. Yeah. And there are lots of good things about it too, because it means that the big platen press and the windmill press, they're coming to Fircroft. I'm really excited about that because we want to explore that part of Pinky Grey more, you know. It'd be brilliant when it's in the same building as us. I like that. So, very nice. Love that one. That was Jeanette, wasn't it? Yeah. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you so much for these beautiful cards. Here's another lovely, groovy one. Isn't this pretty? From our house to your house. Sheila Stacey. Thank you for everything. And thanks to Grace and Mark for sharing their mum. Oh. Beautiful. Thank you, Sheila. I hope that you're okay. Isn't that a lovely one? I know this one before I even look. It's Sonia. Sonia Goodliff. She's been so poorly, you know, really arty, smashing girl. And thank you for the beautiful present, Sonia. Okay. And I apologize. I just got caught unawares with this illness. But it's not like your illness. You've been coughing and spluttering for months now, it feels like. Thank you, Sonia. Isn't that lovely? She's on the design team and she's just so arty. And, of course, we have in common that our mums are German. Here's another gorgeous one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Josie Davison, thank you so much. When Mark was home on last week, on Sunday, that's probably where I caught this cold, we went to the Crowborough Rugby Club for Christmas carols and cheese and wine. And it was so lovely. I love it. It's a real banging community in Crowborough. And they all rock up for this. And it's just brilliant because all the rugby teams and they all come together. And I mean, Mark hasn't played for Crowborough for 10 years now. That's how long he's been living in the States. 10 years. Where does the time go? And as soon as we walked in, oh, hi, Mark. Hello, Mark Powers. You know, it was really quite something. And because he's so tall, he stands, even in a rugby club, he stands about a head and shoulders above everybody. So this room was heaving with rugby players and their families, you know. And then it didn't matter where you looked, you could see our boy, you know, just no wonder they missed him. he must have been the tallest player they ever had in the team. Yeah. So anyway, there we go. This is lovely. Thank you. And that's Josie and family. And the reason that I suddenly went off on a tangent, because we were singing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And we were singing this, and it was so funny because they had carols like we did at the open days. They had a little carol book. And Grace, her brother, said, "Do you want to share the book?" And she said, "Like, I don't know the words to 'We Wish You a Merry Christmas.'" Well, there were verses we've never heard of. She quickly grabbed the book back when she started spluttering. It was great to all be together. It's great to all be together. Thank you, Josie. So this is another gorgeous one. Let's have a look. Nahid. Thank you, Nahid. And Ragnar and Erica included. Thank you so much. And I know this one. This is Paul Church. Paul and Earl. Fabulous. Didn't they go down well? Our advent calendars. They were very well received. Well done, Clarity. Love them. And now let's have a look. I tell you what, Elaine Miller. Do you know what? I'm going to ring Elaine because I think I need to coax her back onto the design team. She retired. And I think I'm going to get hold of Elaine and get her back on the team. This is my favorite. I love this die. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? Look, Jazz designed this. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I just think this die is classy. There are two of them that in this design. I just think they're absolutely spectacular. But do you know what? I'm going to put that one over there because I'm going to call Elaine. I'm going to coax her back onto the team. Right, and this is Sheila and Steve. They'll be over in about 2 hours' time. So I better check in on that turkey. Sheila, brilliant, very nice artwork using our new landscapes and our stencils. Linda Dewar. I love these as well, these block print stamps. They're nice, the wood block ones, aren't they? Yeah, love that. M, thank you, M. This is M Farley. Love it. And thank you for everything that you do. There you go. Fairly. I always think of M as M. Yeah, beautiful. And she does so much, you know. She quietly does these little gatherings online. Very, very kind. Very kind woman. And thank you for the beautiful present too. So this is a lovely one. Again, Deborah Wheeler. Nice words. Beautiful card. She's like a card making machine, Deborah. Absolutely amazing. She really is. This is a cool one. I wanted to show you this. So Marion, right, pets, she lives in Germany. I think she lives in Kiel. Is this Kiel, Marion? And she always is so generous, so großzügig, you know. And I really like the presence has been quite humbling. But the card is so original. I've got to show you this because I was intrigued. So I get this card, and in here, right, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, very classy, beautiful. So then I've got these QR codes in here, and I thought, I wonder what they are. So I used my phone, and I thought, what an ingenious idea. Okay, so when I QR'd it to see where it took me to, because you always wonder what these are for or what they're actually going to do, don't you? Well, it took me to Bing Crosby, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. And then there were two different carols. And I thought, what an original idea to send a song, you know? It's really lovely. I mean, and it's there forever, you know? And I just thought it was really, really original, clever idea. Thank you, Marion. Oh, and then of course we get cards like this, which is a bit of a masterpiece. Why do I think this is Glynis? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. Well, if you were thinking of doing, yeah, Glynis and Peter. See, I don't even have to look. I just want you to know that I look at your, I know, you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. And Glynis, all the work that you do, brilliant, you know. And her Pete's not well. He's poorly. I hope you're doing better, Pete. And I hope you're watching. Happy Christmas, you two. I'm sure they're there. Grace, do us a favour. Yeah, Keel, Marion. Just have a look to see if Glynis is in the room with us. That'd be. It's a beautiful card. What a keeper. That's one of the ones that's going to go even in the art box at work, so that it gets shown on TV, on Clarity TV, of course. And then we've got our darling friend, Ken. I really like the fact that Ken has embraced our, I know it's Ken. There you go. I know his writing. I know the writing on the envelope. Ken and Anita. Really gorgeous. And there are those little leaves that Lisa and Richard used on their card. Look, I know. Look. Da-da. Isn't that gorgeous? See? I know. Just what a community. What a community. So thank you, Ken. And thank you for absolutely everything that you do, you know. Same as Glynis. These people just never stop. Jane Telford, she's another one. There'll be a card here. So this one is beautiful. Look, B for bees, B for Barbara. And this is from Caroline Smith. And she sent me a very personal private message. Beautiful. But Caroline, the box of gifts that you sent, unbelievable. Thank you so very, very much. So generous, you know, and the time it must have taken you to pick it and pack it and wrap it. It was done so lovingly. Very, very generous. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, absolutely marvelous. I hope that she's here. I will write to her. This is a nice one. Look at that. Oh, I love these little penguins. I love these stamps. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ellen. And you know, so this is all the way from Norway, from Ellen. And as soon as you see the writing, you know that it's German or it's Scandinavian. It just has, they have a different way of writing. Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you so much, Ellen. I really like the way you've done that. Pretty, isn't it? Very pretty indeed. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying looking at the cards? And there she is, Jane and Colin. God, what a year you've had, Jane. And he's still with us. Yeah, I know. Hallelujah. Yeah, so, you know, it's people like Jane and Glynis and Ken and Carol, and the list is endless, and Jilly and Paul. What would I do without Paul? You know, there are so many people in that Clarity family that keep it going. And even when, and that's in addition to our customers. You know, we've got a formidable team working all the time, you know, to help Dave and me. Quite something. Quite something. And these cards really reflect that. So this is a beautiful little groovy card. And Jane, thank you for all your help all year, all year. She's always online. She's always helping everybody, you know. And this is a gorgeous one from D Paramore, artist extraordinaire. I love this design. And I know it's not a made card, but she's had it going on as well. And I get that. I really get that, you know. So D, I'll be in touch in the new year. I don't know, maybe Dee's with us. I'm not sure. But I must give her a ring anyway. And then this is another one. I love that these cards, just because if cards don't get made, it's not like, oh no, they don't make the card. It's not that at all. The thought is still there. I haven't I wish that I'd made the time to send out some of our cards. I didn't even have the time to do that, which is embarrassing when you consider we're a paper craft company. We specialize in card making. I mean, really, but there we are. Those who know. Those who know what we've been up against, and we're so lucky that we're still here. I mean, lucky, I don't know about lucky. I think Arnold Palmer once said, when he got a hole in one, I think he said, yeah, and the more I practice, the luckier I get. And I have to say, it's not all about luck. We work really, really hard, but it's years and years of building up that customer loyalty that's got us through this last tempestuous phase. So, beautiful cards designed by Jazz, available on our Pinky Grey website. Love it. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Helen Jones. Thank you for making the effort. It's about that. It's about the gift of time and giving, isn't it? This is a nice one. There was a little note on this one that said, open up the trees when it comes out of the envelope. And that's smashing. Look, see, it's like 3D. I love it. All at Team Clarity. Thank you, Penny. Thank you so much. I love it. I really do. It's clever. Is that origami? That's what Grace is doing in the kitchen with the napkins. Right, here's another beautiful one. Let's have a look. Hazel, see, there's another one that never stops helping, giving, loving and supporting. And she's had a year to remember, or should I say a year to really, really want to forget. Yeah, I know, Hazel, I know. But she never tires of doing the next right thing. She's always there. And God, do I appreciate that. Right, here's another one. Like this a lot. I like this a lot. Linda Spencer. There you go. So Linda, another fabulous design team member. Isn't that great? Look, and funny enough, I did a similar thing for, I don't think I was doing some prep for one of the shows in January, and I got this stamp out as well. So I really like it. And it comes with, it's the one that's the big backdrop. Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. It's the stamp. I'm going to show it to you because I've got it here. And I thought, I love this stamp. So this is my prep already for the next year. Let me see if I can find it. Because I think, there are useful stamps and then there are really useful stamps. This is the one. Look, I'll show you. Because most of you watching are stampers, right? Check it out. So this is the one. Look. And it's on this set here. I don't know what it's called, Wild something or other, but I really, really like that stamp set. So just to let you know, that's where it is. Look, there it is again. That's Debbie Wheeler did that one. Deborah had that idea. Really, really fabulous. Yeah. So, yeah, there's no peace for the wicked. I'm already preparing for the next lot. Happy New Year. Okay, let's keep going because you're going to get bored in a minute. Love this. These are the stickers. Remember, we send out stickers that we make with our gnomes, our good gnomes. Do you remember them? Good, good, good. Linda. Thank you, Linda. Linda Walker. Thank you for letting us know. Linda Walker. Wishing you a joyous Christmas and a happy New Year. And a bit of rest. Yeah. Lovely. Really lovely. With a layout die. It's clever, isn't it? Here's a nice one too. Christmas wishes. Pam and Pete Kershaw. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really lovely. Not ours. These are not our pictures, but I don't care. Annie Cat. Creative people. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Now this one is rather beautiful. Is this another one from Sonia? No. Tina, sorry, Tina Morris. Of course, I was beginning to wonder there. Look at that, Tina Morris. Absolutely gorgeous. I know it's Tina. Well, apart from the fact that she said it's from Tina and Graham, that would be my clue as well. Excuse me. But what a fabulous card that is, isn't it? There you go. Tina Morris, another design team member that gives so much and helps so much. And there's Deborah Wheeler. Nice. She's back in January with us as well. She's the card making machine, Deborah. It's a joy to be a small part of your team. Here's to a brilliant 2025. Thank you, Deb. Isn't that nice? Yeah. We really have come a long way, you know. And I think 32 years. The designs now and the art, it's all original stuff, you know. But it's so nice. It's so lovely when I look at the artwork now, you know, and I know like Linda Williams, she's a big part of this, Her designs are just fabulous. And I shall be giving her a ring later. She'll have a house full, I know that. And there's another one. This is for Grace. Grace, I've got Tina's card here for you. You know when I said I grabbed all the cards? I grabbed all the cards. There you go. Tina Morris even made a card for our Grace. Isn't that lovely? There you are. You know, so it's just quite. Is Jackie Cooling? There you go. Thank you for working so hard and keeping us all happy and content, if a bit poorer, but never mind. Thank you, Jackie. I love it. Merry Catmas. So, and that's all of them. If you sent us a card and it didn't get shown, don't be disappointed. That means it's at work. It's on display at work, you know. And I promise you, none of these are getting thrown away. And Sue at work, she'll be sure to gather them up. I know she will. I'll make sure if I don't get to them first, she certainly will. If you ever go in Sue's office, Sue's brilliant. She is the glue that holds the clubs together. She's absolutely amazing. And if you go into her office is like a gallery. Okay, it's really, you know those people at work that make their work. So Jilly's another one. Her workspace is covered in artwork and bits and pieces. And Sue's the same. Her whole room is full of art and cards. Every time you send a card to Sue, rest assured it ends up on the wall at work. She never throws anything away. Yeah, it's a real kind of creative, warm hub when you go in there. And it's also the place where people go to have a chat. You know, if I'm looking for Jilly, or I'm looking for Linda, or I'm looking for Lena, I know exactly where to go. They'll be in Sue's room. You know, it's just one of those places. I go in there, just there's a chair, you just sit down, have a little banter, and then you get on with your work again. You know, it's a welcoming room. So there you go. And I think I'll go and check that turkey's doing okay, because it needs turning at 11 o'clock. According to Kelly Bronze, it has to be turned halfway through the cooking process. And then you have to add the thermometer. So I have to inject it in the fattest part of the breast. So I'm going to do that now. It'll be fine. I'm going to get my apron on and jump to it, as they say. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us for an hour on Christmas Day, taking time out of your busy Christmases. If you are on your own, don't be alone. Don't be alone. Get your artwork out. Get some music going. Enjoy it. I love being alone, but that's easy for me to say because I'm very seldom am, you know. There's the difference. But if you are alone, reach out to someone. Do you know what? I went over the road the other day, yesterday in fact, because there's a family that lives on the other side of the road, and he's parked his van outside our front door all year. And I've never gone over and moaned about it, just because I think, well, he's got to park somewhere. I wish he'd park in front of his own front door, but he's chosen to park in front of mine. And it doesn't look very nice when you live in a beautiful old farmhouse and there's this old builder's truck right outside your front door. But I thought, well, whatever, I've got to pick my battles. That's not one of them. And then yesterday I looked out the window and I thought, do you know what? Just for one day of the year, I'd really like for it to look like a lovely period home, which is what it is, without a roofing truck outside the door. So I thought, I know, I'm going to pop over and ask him to move it. That won't be a problem, because I've never met him. We're not very, very sociable around here. So I went and knocked on the door. Happy Christmas. I said, is that your truck? He said, it is. And I said, well, I live in the house, in the old cottage over opposite you. And he said, I've got to move it. I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. He said, but you're the only people. Now get this. He said, I parked it over there to start with, and then she complained. And then I parked it over there and he complained. And I can't put it on my drive because I'm not allowed to, because of the restrictions on the cottage next door. He said, so you're the only people that haven't complained. So I've left it there, but I know it's unsightly and I will move it. And I said, all you got to do is move it 4 foot that way. Just leave it where it is. It's fine. But it was so interesting how this young fella, he didn't know where to park his van or his truck, because everybody was saying, I don't want it parked in front of my house. I don't want to park. And then I added to his headache yesterday. But I said, just move it 4 foot that way so I can't see it when so I can see my garden gate. That's all I want. And he was such a nice fella. Such a nice fella. We had the best conversation. There was no confrontation. Smashing bloke. I said, come on over for a cup of tea and a mince pie. Anytime. We're there. And it was just really nice. And I thought, there you go. And before I'd even closed the door, he'd moved his car. He'd moved the truck over. And see, doesn't have to be a drama. Doesn't have to be a confrontation. And he said everybody else was batting him out the way with his truck, poor bloke. Didn't know where to put it. Yeah, you see, it's the tone that makes the music. It's always the tone that makes the music. So, and on that little note, happy Christmas. Have a fabulous day. If you are with family and friends, enjoy them. And if you're not, well, this too shall pass. Enjoy your time and just make the most of it. Okay. And on that happy note, ho, ho, ho. There's some brilliant stuff on telly. This Christmas. I really wish I'd bought a Radio Times. Maybe I'll ring my mum and ask her to bring hers when she comes over. Have a good Christmas. And don't forget, we'll be back in the office on the 2nd of January. Tomorrow we're starting a special sale. Yeah, so look out for your emails or just go to the website. Something really special. Well worth visiting. Well worth having a little look-see on Boxing Day. Well, we said Boxing Day is the day where we always used to start a sale. So let's start it on Boxing Day. Let's get trad. Thank you for joining me. Ho, ho, ho. Take care. Love you lots. Bye now. Bye-bye.